Okay, guys, I just heard the most amazing definition about ENFPs. I felt so accepted and seen, just seen. The definition is this. We are the most consistently inconsistent. And when I heard that, like, oh my gosh, like someone truly understands me. Do you know how many times I heard people saying, you cannot be this indecisive, you cannot be changing your decisions from time to time, you cannot be changing. And I'm like, why not? Why the heck not? And this is me. This is ENFP brain. We need to be changing. We are constantly jumping from one thing to another. And makes absolutely no sense for someone to tell us that it's not okay to be that way. I just felt so seen when I heard that. So accept, like, oh my gosh, someone understands me. Someone accepts me for this inconsistent brain. I took so long to accept that, okay, I'm just inconsistent. I need to be changing things from time to time, and it's just my way. It's just the way I am. It's just the way I live life and the way I think and the way I breathe, the way I thrive. And having someone acknowledge that, it's just, oh my gosh, it felt so good. Like someone actually values that in me. That's amazing. That was so cool. So, so cool. Of course, it came from an INTJ, like a YouTuber guy called called no, whose type was INTJ. I felt so seen. I felt so seen. That's one of the biggest criticisms I've got all my life. Like, you cannot be this way. You cannot be changing. You need to find yourself. Oh, that hurts. You need to find yourself and be consistent uh, with who you are. And I'm like, okay, what does that even mean? Like, my whole being, my whole essence is being, is about changing, is about jumping from topic to topic. It's about being movable. It's like I'm movable. It's like I'm water. Like I'm never in the same place. I'm never. I can today be. Today I want to be a singer. Tomorrow I want to be a writer. The next day I might want to work with children, and that's okay. But I understand that sharing this with people does sound crazy. This is how my brain works. This is how ENFP brain works. And I don't know, it was very reassuring to just having someone understand us and accepting that. Like not wanting to change that, it's damn. I feel so loved from a random dude on the internet. I feel so loved. Yeah, mainly all my relationships with people, friendships, um, and even with partner. Uh, it's like you haven't found yourself. You haven't found yourself. How can you be like today? You want, I don't know, to play guitar, and then the next day you want to play violin or whatever. It's just random ideas, and I'm like, because, just because. Is that so wrong? Is that so wrong? Ah, but then you cannot be happy. Okay, that's fair, but no one is happy either. So what's wrong with that? Actually, that's how I'm happy, just by imagining different and different things. And yeah, I just want to tell, like, this was so reassuring, so loving, so, yeah, so acceptive of my essence, the true essence that an INFP has. I don't know what else to tell you. It was really, really great. And if you know any ENFPs, but of course, these people who are going to say, like, you need to be a certain way to be happy, those are close minded people, and those are people who are not even into MBTI and can even figure that people think differently from them. So, yeah, that's okay. But even if you're into MBTI and you're a certain type, you might feel like, oh, that person is too changeable. That person is not sure of her ideas. That person is not, doesn't know herself, doesn't know themselves to the extent of them knowing what's best for them in the future. I know what's best for me in the future, and it is that it can change. That it is going to change. Like, my main goal is to never, it's not a goal, it's like, I know I can only be happy by always be changing my mind. And I need the freedom to do that. And that's how you show love to an ENFP. Like, just be completely acceptive of their changer. I'm going to come up with another word, of their like, willingness to change. Just be so acceptive of that. And yeah, that's it. Mm, I've never seen like such such a beautiful definition of an ENFP brain. Consistently inconsistent. That's so accurate. So accurate. We need to be changing every time. It's not like we need or we look for it. It just happens. Just happens. Like, it just happens. It's just like hair growing. It happens. Like, you did not decide to do that. You just, that's how your brain works. Or you don't decide to feel hungry. You just feel it. And that's how our brain works. We just, today we want something and tomorrow we don't. That's life. Take us or leave us. That's what I've been learning, like acknowledging my true nature on that regard. If you're not going to accept me on those terms, you better leave me. What the hell do you want me even to change me? Hell no. Hell no. Fuck off. Hell no. Like, and then, oh, other people saying, I know what's best for you. I know what you need. No, no, you don't. Only we know what we ourselves need. It's so arrogant to even think that. Close minded. Close minded. And those people who are probably censors cannot even figure the possibility that others think differently from them. And that makes me somewhat angry, because you're closing me down in a box and I never asked for it. Or maybe I did because I wanted to be happy, but turns out that doesn't make me happy either. So you just gotta leave me and just gotta let me find my own happiness, which is going to be always changing. Always changing. And another definition I found very interesting was definition note was like a message was that the fact that ENFPs don't have SE or FE, they will always have a sense of sadness inside of them, which is really ironic because we do seem like so happy outwardly, but people probably can see it's like a facade, like a mask, and it's not. We don't put our mask like on purpose. It's like, I guess, because we cannot read social cues and we don't have SC like to even engage happily with the environment. We cannot read people social cues and whatever. Just makes our life very hard and difficult to be glad of living it. Um, and it just makes it life just sometimes unbearable. Like we have FI and SI, it's just, of course we're going to be unhappy from time to time, like very deep sadness. And I guess we fear that people actually don't like us, and there's a need for pleasing that is consistent. Don't know where it comes from. It's annoying at times, and I guess it's the SI and the SI and the NE. Like we know what other people want, like T and E, and we just want to give it to them. And we know people don't want sadness, and we know people don't want topics that are not interesting. So I'm not going to talk to you about things like that are very me or very like the deepest part of me if you're not actually interested, because I know I need to feel like yeah, you're really interested on that, or I'm just not willing to show you because FISI. Okay, this was a long rambling. Yeah, consistently inconsistent. That's the biggest definition for ENFP. The best definition. That was amazing. I loved it so much. Yeah, thank you. Bye bye.